Welcome everyone to the member breakout session. I am very excited to be here with everyone today. Thank you for joining. I'm also very excited to share with everyone the 5 ways that your CAT pension is a big deal. Now that's our theme today, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to explore why our CAT plan members can be proud and confident about their pension plan. So my name is Steve Highland. I am the team lead of pension education here at CAT. My role is to provide education, learning for all of our members of the plan to help everyone learn about retirement and, of course, their defined benefit pension. My hope is that after today's breakout session, you'll have a greater understanding of how your pension's here to support you. And that's throughout your lifetime, from early on in your career all the way through to retirement. Now, we are all here to help and be a partner in your retirement journey. And our purpose at CAT is driven by what's best for you, our members. So let's take a look at our agenda today. First, we're going to quickly go over some pension basics, just so that we're all on the same page. Then our feature presentation under part 2 here, we're going to show you the 5 really awesome ways that your CAT pension is a big deal. And after that, we're going to have a live panel discussion with our special guest, Sunny Kindria, the Vice President of CAT's Member Experience. He's here also, and we'll answer your questions so that everyone can learn more about their pension. All right, so let's learn about some pension basics. Okay, so first things first, what is a DB pension? So everyone listening in all belongs to a defined benefit pension plan, which really means that your pension at retirement is truly defined. Why? Because it is set by a pension formula. All right, so that means that your pension is predictable. Now, the way I like to describe DB pensions when I'm speaking to members, I always tell them it's like a pension promise. Because at the end of the day, it's a reliable, consistent source of income that's going to be waiting for you in retirement. Okay, so when you eventually make that decision to retire, what happens is you're going to get money every single month deposited into your account. So really, it's like a paycheck in retirement. And remember, it doesn't matter how long you live because your pension will be waiting for you. All right, so in a nutshell, what are you getting? Number 1, well, I just mentioned that you've got a pension for your whole life. Number 2, your pension is protected. All right, so your contributions and your employer's contributions are managed and protected by some of the best professionals in the industry. And that's even when markets fluctuate. Okay, and third, you can retire on your own timeline. Because one thing that we know is that Canadians, and especially our members, they're living longer and longer these days. So with a CAT pension, you decide when you want to retire. So you do have those flexible options. Okay, now unfortunately, we do not have time for everything today. I wish we did. But if you want to learn more about the details or the ins and outs of your pension, you can always join me for our member learning sessions. Okay, so we have a very robust member education stream, which helps all of our members learn about and engage with their pension. Okay, so we know that people who know more about their pension are in fact more engaged. Okay, so all of our sessions are free. It's easy. You can register on your own for a session that suits you. All you need to do is go to the members page on the CAT website and click attend an online education session. Okay, or you can find the link in the conference hub. Okay, so now we're on to our feature presentation. Drum roll, please. Let's talk about the 5 ways in which your pension is a big deal. All right, so first up, let's watch this short video. And just to tee it up, we did ask CAT staff what their big pension moment was. What was the moment when they realized that defined benefit plans are a big deal?
I knew pensions were a big deal.
Were a big deal when I helped a CAT member realize that she could retire. Just the look of pure joy she gave me when she realized that she had different options that she hadn't even considered really hit home to me how much DB pensions can change lives.
My own parents retired, especially because my mom had a DB pension and my father had a DC. It was interesting watching how strategic he had to be about his drawdown. As opposed to my mom, who knew that she would be comfortable for life.
My father got retired. He has a DB pension plan. I saw how comfortable he was and how he was enjoying his retirement, and it still is. That's when I realized DB pension plans and lifetime retirement income brings peace in the time we all need it the most.
I started working at CAT. Coming into the position, I actually didn't have a lot of existing pension knowledge, but as I started to learn about the features of a DB plan, I soon realized that this was actually the type of plan that my father was already enrolled in.
And it was a very touching moment to know that just a few clicks of my keyboard and these people who had worked in the auto industry for 30 years were able to retire. They were able to take care of their family and enjoy the rest of their life.
And these big moments bring so much meaning to the work that we do. And really, it's all about helping you, our members. Okay, so here they are. And we're going to go through these, one by one. But let's count the ways. Okay, so number one, we are getting bigger. So we are growing. In fact, we have been growing now for over the last 5 years. Number two, we're making your pension better. So how, you might ask? Well, we're going to talk about, our upcoming plan changes. So stay tuned for that. And we're also making pensions simple or simpler. And that's for all of our members. We also help you picture your retirement. And that's so that you can live the retirement that you want. Okay. And remember, we're not just a pension plan, we're a movement. Okay. And we'll talk about that too. Now, growing at CAT is a good thing. Yes, we are getting bigger. So let's understand what growth actually means and why it's so important for our pension plan as a whole. Okay. So we're going to discuss why we are growing and what growth means for you. Now, not only are we Canada's modern workplace pension plan, but we are on a mission. We believe that pensions are for everyone. And for years, pensions have been so out of reach for so many people, which has forced them to rely on their own savings. Okay, but CAT wants to give more Canadians a meaningful pension. Okay, not a lot of people realize this, but a pension for all means a better Canada for all. Okay, we are closing that pension gap across Canada. And we believe we are making an impact. As most of you know, the CAT plan started off with 24 colleges. We opened our doors to new employers a few years back. I believe it was 2016, our first new employer. And now there are CAT plan members like you all across the country. Okay, then in 2019, our new and innovative DB Plus design was introduced. Okay, and CAT is so proud to offer a plan design that can help even more Canadians. And today, over 370 employers offer a defined benefit pension plan to their employees. So that's over 94,500 members getting that secure pension. Okay, and these numbers continue to grow every day. Okay, and this isn't just great news for new members. This is excellent news for you, our current members. Okay, why are we so committed to this mission? Well, pensions help communities thrive by increasing well-being, increasing mental health, and volunteerism. DB pensions also support thousands of jobs across Canada. And when retired members feel financially secure, they do contribute to the economy. Okay, look at it this way. Every dollar of retirement income puts $1.67 back into the economy. So expanding pensions to more Canadians is really good for everyone, not just seniors. Now, a strong plan also means that we can make some pretty excellent changes for our members. And that brings us to point number 2. Okay, now I want everyone just to take a quick moment, please, and just close your eyes. Just bear with me for a second. Okay, we're going to go back to the 80s here. All right, so what comes to mind when you hear that sound? Now, if you pictured Super Mario jumping up and catching a mushroom and then growing really, really big, then you're exactly right. And I love that game, by the way. But coming January 1, 2025, CAT is also powering up. Okay, this is very good news because you're going to see more value for each dollar that you contribute. Okay, so what does that mean for you? Okay, I want to break it down here and how this benefits all of our members. We're going to start with DB Prime. So if you're in DB Prime, your contribution rates will be going down by 1% starting next year, okay, January 1, 2025. So that means you're going to build the same great pension, but with lower contribution rates. Now, our plan changes reflect the security and the stability of the plan. And the key thing to note here is that when CAT does well, our members do well too. And if you're in DB Plus, Your DB Plus pension formula includes something called an annual pension factor, and that's used to calculate your pension. Okay, so for the pension that you earn after January 1, 2025, that annual pension factor will be 9.5% of both member and employer contributions. Okay, so this is an increase from the current rate, which is 8.5%. And this means that your pension will grow over 10% faster while your contributions are going to stay the same. Okay, so all of these changes, they are automatic. You don't need to do anything at all. And what's more, I can tell you that conditional benefits like inflation protection have been granted through to 2027 for our pensioners. Now, most of all, it's important to remember that these plan changes are a good thing. They really are, for both active and retired members. Now, retired members, rest assured that your benefit is secure. You do have comfort and certainty, and your plan is strong. You can rely on CAT for your steady retirement paycheck every single month. All right, so we do want to hear from you now. It's time for a quick poll. So everyone, please pay particular attention to the screen, and we're just going to launch it now. And we're asking you, how are you feeling about these plan changes? And you can see here that you've got a couple of options. Are you feeling 1, confident, 2, comfortable, or maybe some of you are feeling unsure? Okay, so I'll give it a few seconds while these responses come in. All right, and this is really good here. We can see that, a lot of you are actually feeling quite confident about these upcoming plan changes, about 33.2%, and about 34%, that number keeps moving around, are comfortable. All right, so that is fantastic. That's really good news. Thank you for your participation in that poll, everyone. That was great. Okay, so moving right along, we're on to point number 3 here. And we do our best to help make pensions simple to understand. And that's from day 1 of your membership. Okay, so let's talk about how relevant your pension really is and how we make it really easy to understand. Okay, and we did hit the streets last summer to ask Canadians how they felt about retirement. Okay, so here's a short clip of what people were saying.
When you hear the word retirement, what's the first word that comes to mind?
Old age.
My parents.
My parents.
Fiction. Contributions.
It's not looking good. Impossible.
Impossible.
May feel impossible or maybe even far away. We get that. But at CAT, we are partners in your retirement journey. And we do have tools and experts to help you. The contributions that you make today make a big difference for your future. Okay, and we got so many ways to help you connect the dots between current you and future you. All right, so yes, your pension plan is also on Instagram. We launched last summer, and we have some really excellent content for you to follow. It's fun, it's funny, and we promise that you'll learn something every week. Our Retirement University posts are all about getting some bite-sized information that you can use today to help you in the future. Okay, and not only that, but we also have this incredible blog on our website where you can learn about all things retirement. It's called Planner. You can learn about RRSPs, TFSAs, Canada Pension Plan, CPP, and of course, other topics relating to retirement in Canada. Okay, you'll also hear directly from experts at CAT in our new expert blog series. And if you're not quite sure where to start, you can take our pensionality quiz. Okay, no matter what stage of life that you're in, pensionality is going to help you understand how your pension is working for you. The quiz is going to reveal what matters to you, whether you're just starting, whether you're mid-career, or maybe even you're closer to retirement. Okay, you can find the link in your Hub resources and take the quiz today. All right, looks like it's time for another quick poll. Okay, so we want to know, how do you learn about your pension? As you can see, there are a couple of options here. Okay, so I'll let you read through those. And I can see the answers rolling in here, so this is great. Okay. All right, so I can see number 1 here. It looks like the website, which is fantastic. A lot of people tell me that the website is our greatest resource, and it's at about 47% of people are saying website. Okay, so again, thank you for your participation in that poll. All right, so we are now at point number 4. Okay, we help you see your future. And what we mean by that is we have excellent online tools that help you to understand how your savings add up to a meaningful pension payment when you're retired. Okay, so all you need to do is head over to My Pension, which is your secure portal at CAT. Okay, so here you can visualize your retirement income and you can manage your personal information easily online. Okay, this is a great feature for active and retired members. Now, we're always updating the portal's capabilities and functionality to provide you with more services. Okay, once you activate your account, you can see all of your pension information. It's really easy to do. And you can directly reach the CAT team through our secure messaging center in the portal. Okay, this is a really great feature as well. Now, we also offer a quick pension estimator through the portal. It's built in, so it's tailored to your details. Now, members who join CAT through a pension plan merger don't have access to the portal. Okay, but in this case, don't worry. You can always do a pension estimate right on our website. This is going to help you get a clearer picture of your retirement options. Remember, the team at CAT works for you. If you have any questions whatsoever, just give us a call. Our pension experts can help you sort through anything that seems confusing or even complicated. Okay, you can take control of your future with our help. Okay, and that's going to take us to our next point. We're not just a pension plan, we're a movement. All right, now at CAT, we believe that everyone deserves a secure retirement income. So we are on a mission to help all Canadians enjoy the same peace of mind that you have. Okay, so let's watch another short video to see what Canadians are thinking. Then we're going to chat about how you can join the Pensions for Everyone movement.
You think there is a retirement problem in Canada right now?
I think so.
Absolutely.
Oh, huge. I think people are struggling.
And 4 million Canadians are going to be retiring in the next 5 years. What do you think of that?
That's an astronomical number.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, we do have a retirement problem in Canada, but the good news is CAT is here to help. Now, earlier on in the presentation, we shared our mission. So remember, a pension for all means a better Canada for all. Okay, and here's how we plan to do just that. Okay, it's through our very own Plan Ambassador program. Okay, and this is all about spreading awareness and also the message that every Canadian deserves access to a workplace pension. Okay, so this program is driven by you, our members. Plan ambassadors, they're sparking conversations online, everywhere, even in the workplace, and the results are very apparent. Okay, CAT is growing, and like I said earlier, we're closing that pension gap across the country. Everyone is welcome to join the program, and you can also find the link in the hub as well. And we're also excited to share the recent launch of our brand new Plan Ambassador Toolkit. This toolkit is packed with a ton of resources that support and empower you to learn more about DB pensions. Okay, and also to champion defined benefit pensions and their benefits with your networks. Okay, so your friends, your family, your coworkers, and more. Now, if you're ready to make change, we're excited to have you join us. You'll also get your very own Pensions for Everyone's t-shirt. And as you can see, I'm wearing mine today. So remember, your pension is a big deal. We're growing, which means we're getting bigger, and we're making your pension better. We're making pensions simple or simpler. So we do our best to help you understand and engage with your pension and retirement. Okay. Also, we're making a difference for Canadians because we believe that pensions are for everyone. Okay. We're not just a pension plan, we're a movement. All right. So we are now in the home stretch and we want to get to your questions. Okay. So right now, I'd love to invite our panelists, our special guests, to turn on their cameras, please. And I want to introduce Kate Finn, our pension education coordinator. She's here to guide Sunny and I through your questions. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you, Steve. I'd now like to welcome our other guest panelist, Sunny Kindria, to the virtual stage. Sunny is CAT's newly appointed Vice President of Member Experience, and he is responsible for leading our client and member services teams that are focused on providing you with an exemplary client experience and delivering personalized and effective administration services for you. Sunny is a pension enthusiast and has over 25 years of pension administration and service management experience. So before we begin answering your questions, let's get to know our panelists a little bit better. Sunny, I want to know, who is your favorite Canadian musician and why?
All right, thanks, Kate. I'm happy to be here, but I see we're going to start off with a real toughie. as there's so much amazing Canadian talent to choose from that allows us to reflect on all the goodness that's Canada. So it's hard to pick one. If I think out loud, when it comes to pop, Justin Bieber and Shawn Mendes are musical legends in the making. But if I draw on one of my lifelong favorites, the group that really stands out to me, shines like a diamond mine, that's got to be Blue Rodeo. See, Blue Rodeo is a Canadian staple, or at least it is in my life. I really love the rock and country genre, and these guys just mix it up perfectly. So whether you're ready for a party or a summer campfire, Blue Rodeo just fits the mood perfectly. And guess what? It's also pretty good for karaoke.
And Steve, what about you? Who would you have chosen for your favorite Canadian musician?
Well, first off, Kate, I have to say, Sunny, Blue Rodeo, excellent choice. They're really good. I think I'm a little bit too old to have Bieber fever, but you know who's just as good as Blue Rodeo? My favorite Canadian group is the Tragically Hip. They were formed back in the 80s, and I think they broke up about a few years back when their lead singer passed away. But they were huge in Canada, but in the rest of the world, they're pretty much unknown. Great songs, though. And I do have an honorable mention, Kate, and that goes to Walk Off the Earth. I think they're good, too. They're another really good Canadian band. Actually, they're from Burlington, Ontario.
Hey, that's an iconic choice. So, some would say the hip is beyond their years, kind of like ahead by a century. Eh?
True enough.
Well, my answer would have been Drake. So I think it's fair to say that we have very different taste in music. Okay, so now that we have gotten to know you both a little bit better, let's kick off our Q&A session. I want to thank everyone for submitting your burning pension questions when you registered for today's session. We saw several themes pop up, so we'll have questions about plan changes, retirement planning, my pension, career changes, and more. So let's get started. Okay, so Steve spoke earlier about the plan improvements our members can expect to see in January. But how is that even possible? Sonny, can you help us with this one?
Oh, yes, Kate. I'm actually happy to expand on the plan changes. So let's start with who we are. At CAT, we are a profit from member organization. So what does that mean? We are focused on providing secure pensions to our members for life. And that simply means so when the plan does well, and it has been, both members and employers are going to see more value for the contribution dollar. So thanks to our strong funded position, our growth in membership, we are able to improve the benefits that members are earning at CAT. Now, Steve already mentioned these, but they're so important. I want to take a moment to mention them again. Starting on January 1st, 2025, our DB Prime members, they're going to have a reduction in the contribution rate. That means they're going to earn the same valuable pension benefit with less cost. And then for our DB Plus members, your pensions are going to grow even faster. We're increasing our annual pension factor from 8.5 all the way up to 9.5. And for our retired members, thanks to our strong funded status, they can continue to have that peace of mind, knowing that their pensions are going to be paid every single month for life. And we're going to continue to deliver on our pension promise to our members.
Thank you, Sonny. Okay, so the next question is on career change and CAT pensions. And this is something we hear a lot from our members. So the question is, if I change jobs or move to another organization, what happens to my pension? This one's for you, Steve, if you don't mind.
No, not at all. Thank you, Kate. So Sonny just talked about, the plan's growth. And today I can tell you that more than 370 employers across Canada offer a CAT pension. And we love to say that your pension is a big deal because it is. It's a really valuable investment in your future. Now, the good news is that you can still contribute and grow your pension if you were to change jobs and work for another CAT employer. But you also have another option. You could leave your pension with CAT and watch it grow over time if your new employer doesn't belong to CAT. So that's called deferring your pension. Okay, and remember, if you do that, you won't need to worry about market fluctuations, think about investment decisions, or even worry about investment fees. CAT experts do have it covered. Okay, and we also like to say that your pension is your golden ticket. So no matter what comes next, CAT offers flexible options so that you can make the best choice for your future. Okay, and that's with confidence, by the way. Not to mention, it complements other retirement savings, and your government retirement plans as well.
Thank you, Steve. So speaking of retirement, Sonny, our members want to know when is the right time to retire. How can they get a clear picture of their income in retirement and calculate their pension? Can you shed some light on this?
Yes, these are some great questions, Kate. So I actually love this question because there isn't one size fits all. The time to retire is really when the time is right for you. So retirement, it's a personal decision, and you need to take a few things into consideration, like your desired lifestyle, some of the goals you want to accomplish in your golden years. So as a member of a CAT, you have a whole range of retirement dates you can choose from, all the way as early as age 50 or up to the year you turn 71. And we know retirement looks different for every member. So that's why we always recommend seeking financial advice before making this decision. But when it comes to CAT, we have a whole bunch of tools that can help you out. So a great place to start planning for retirement is My Pension. This is our secure online portal. You can get an estimate of your pension at different retirement dates or different ages of your choice, and you can model so many different scenarios and figure out what's best for you. And for our members who aren't portal users, not to worry. Not only are you going to receive your annual pension statement, we also have a pension estimator tool on the website to help you out as well. Plus, aside from our online tools, I'm going to take a moment and do a quick little plug for our upcoming retirement planning member education session, which is happening on May 14th, where you'll get a chance to hear from my two wonderful colleagues, Steve and Kate, who once again answer even more questions to make sure you are ready for your retirement.
Thank you, Sonny. So now I've got another question for you, Steve. And this one is about how members can grow their pension. They want to know, are members able to contribute additional funds from their paychecks? And if not, will this ever be an option?
All right, so this one is great, Kate, and one that we think about a lot. And it sounds like this particular member wants to know if there's a way to contribute additional lump sum amounts, which are above and beyond regular plan contributions, right? Well, I can tell you, we're always listening to our members and innovating solutions to help you reach your retirement goals. But all I can say right now is stay tuned. Our CEO, Derek Dobson, is going to share some insights to how we're evolving to meet your needs. Okay, so he's going to do that in his fireside chat, and that's happening right after this breakout session. Okay, so join us for some really, really exciting news coming up.
Looking forward to it. So speaking of increasing the value of a CAT pension, several members want to know how else can they boost their pension during their working years and in retirement. Sonny, can you answer this one?
Yes, I'm happy to answer this question. So you'll notice the theme today, and we talk a lot about it, is your pension being a big deal. Why? Because it is, and we mean it. So it's going to provide you with a worry-free monthly pension payments for life and potentially some benefits for your loved ones too. So even though your pension is calculated using a fixed formula, there are ways to increase your pension by making what we call a CAT, a pension purchase. So there's so many different scenarios you can consider for a pension purchase, whether you are contributing to another pension plan, you have an unpaid leave of absence, or even time you worked before your employer joined CAT. Our website has a lot of information to help you navigate through this process, or you can always reach out to us through secure messaging or the portal by calling Member Services Helpline and speaking to one of our experts.
Thank you, Sonny. So we've covered a few topics today, so maybe we can just end with one final question, Steve. What's your advice for many of our new plan members who recently joined CAT? How can they learn more about CAT and the value of their pension, and where is best for them to start?
I'm really glad you asked this, Kate, because pensions are so complex, right? And we're here to help you understand all the features that your pension provides. And as you can imagine, we have a ton of resources for members at every stage in their life. And that's from our learning and education sessions to just, materials on our website and our popular Plan Ambassador program too. Okay, but I guess my advice would be to register for a learning session through the website. I know I'm a little biased here, but I would say that that's a great place to start. All right, and right now we're actually in the middle of our spring webinar series, so it's perfect timing. So just have a look at our members page when you get a chance.
Thank you, Steve. So this concludes our Q&A portion. So any questions we didn't get to today, we'll cover in a future newsletter along with the Planner blog and website. I would personally like to thank both Sonny and Steve. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us today.
And thank you. And thank you, Kate and Steve, for this wonderful opportunity to participate in this panel and share some important tidbits of the value of your CAT pension. It's been a lot of fun. I really appreciate your time and attention.
Yeah, I'd also like to say thanks, if I could, for everyone who was listening in today. We appreciate your time. And of course, Sunny and Kate, thank you. This was really fun to chat with you guys as well. And to our CAT members, enjoy the rest of the conference.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us today during this member breakout session. I hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget to check out our conference hub, where you will find all of the resources we've been chatting about with you today. Next up, we have our fireside chat with Derek Dobson, which is kicking off right after this session at 11:40. And I hope to see you there. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.